10 hours ago, I changed the resin on my water softener right here in my house. We have a well and we have hard water, so we have the water softener. This is not the first time I've done this. We've been in this house about 12 years, and I did it once before, maybe about 10 or 11 years ago. I remember it as being easier than it was this time, so I just want to go over some of the pitfalls. There are a lot of great videos out there that really go over how to do this. After I tell you this part, you can watch the rest of the video, but I'll tell you what was very difficult and what to look out for. Number one, you have to shut off the water to this. In my particular case in my house, I have to shut off all the water. I have a well, and I have a shut off that goes into the water softener, but no shut off after the water softener. It would be nice if there were a shut off here and I could isolate the rest of the water in the house. But if your house doesn't have a shut off to isolate the water softener, what's going to happen is what happened with me. Every bit of water from the entire house is going to drain through this pipe. So what you have to do is you shut off the water, and then I opened up as many of the faucets as I could up high, and I also opened up the faucets lower. I figured I'd get as much draining from the second floor to the first floor, and to the first floor, maybe to the basement. But there was still plenty of water that was in here. So when you unscrew these things, be ready for water to come out. That's number one. Number two, this water in here is pressurized. Okay, you have to depressurize it. How do you do that? When you take this up, it depends on your particular water softener, but in my case, there are 6 or 7 little valves, and one of them you push in and it lets the pressure out of this. And it takes a couple of minutes, but it fed the water out of the back. It was the water that it was the valve that would send this stuff to drain. So you push that, and you have to depressurize this before you open the top, or else you'll never get the top off. That's the second thing. Third thing, so you only want to hand tighten. If you have something like this, you don't want to go crazy with a wrench. Or else you'll break it. So you want to re-lubricate everything, and you want to hand tighten them so they don't leak. Okay. Next thing, it was World Wrestling Federation trying to get the old resin out of here. Okay, I don't remember it being so difficult, but picture trying to get the resin in this particular tank was 1.5 cubic feet. It's up to about here. Imagine trying to get that much mud out of a small opening, maybe 3 inches across. It was a nightmare. So number one, if you turn off the water, you're not going to have any water to spray into here to get it out. In my case, that was the case. So I actually filled up a garbage pail with water before I started so that I have some water to work with. If you have a swimming pool, whatever. Second thing, very, very difficult, and it's extremely messy. I watched a video where a guy took this, turned it over into a couple of plastic bags, lifted it up, and all the resin came out. That did not happen. I spent a good 45 minutes literally trying to get the resin out of here. There's nothing to grip onto. The bottom comes off, so you grip onto this. You can't even lift it up when it's full of resin. So you tilt it on its side and you kind of roll it. Anyway, just be prepared with maybe even a couple of people, because it's really difficult to get all the resin out. That's really it. Once you get the resin out of here, it's a walk in the park. You know, putting the resin back in, unscrewing the top. Somebody had a really good idea and fastened this to like a metal lolly column in the basement. I didn't have a problem. I just was able to unscrew it. It came right off. Hand tight. You know, you don't want to go crazy. So I tightened it back up the same way as I untightened it. And no problem. You have to obviously disconnect this. You have to disconnect this line. You have to disconnect the electricity. You have to disconnect. There's a water meter that in some of these that tells you how much water you've used, and that will dictate how often it regenerates. And then you have to take this hose off. But again, that's not the big issues. Were shutting the water off, the water draining out of the entire house into here. And it was a huge mess. Luckily, our floor was unfinished. I knew it was going to happen. I had buckets and it still was messy. And that's it. And that's it. And when you restart the system, you have to put this on rinse, which is over here. You have to rinse out the resin a couple of times. It'll spray water through here and it'll send it to waste back there. All right, so that's that. Hope you enjoy the video. I have no way of bypassing this. The way it was installed, once I unscrew this and this, I have no water. So what I need to do is I need to fill up a bucket. In order to clean this out, I've seen a lot of people using a hose after they take it off. But after I take this off, I'm gonna have no way of cleaning this out. So what I'm doing now, I'm filling this up. I'm gonna grab the hose. I'll do the lowest pressure possible, and I'll just use it so I can rinse out. I'll basically use it to rinse the inside of that. So first I'm going to shut the well off. I'm going to unplug this. Take the top off. I take the hoses out of here. And it kills me to take these hoses out because I had such a problem with air being trapped in the lines, but I finally got no air in here. So unscrew that. I'm going to take, let me turn this water off. You know what? All the water from the whole house is going to come running down into here. So I should probably open up. Actually, I'm going to take it off over here. Let me open up a couple of faucets. Take this off, start it, here we go. All right, not too bad. That's the wastewater. The real water is going to come out when I open this up. All the water from the house is going to come down here. So let's see. Let me see if I can release the pressure. Which one of these is the pressure? I forgot already. Let's try them all. Oop, that's the pressure right there. Pushing this off. To the drain. Wish I could get this a little thinner. Hold on. Just to catch the water. It's all pressurized in there, so this is just depressurizing it. Hopefully. All right, I'm pushing on that. I don't know if you can see. see what happens when this is the out. All right, let's see. Unscrew, lefty loosey. I don't want to mess this up. I'm sure a lot of water is going to come out of here when I loosen it up. There we go. All right. A lot of water coming out of the freaking house. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, no. All right. Finally. All right, so there's water all over the place, but it is what it is. All right. I can move it away a little bit. Let it drain a little bit. Okay. So now I'm going to see if I can unscrew the top, which is the hardest part actually. All right, there we go. Unscrew it. Right, there we go. Okay, there's this. And this was stuck in there. But there it is. There it is. Let's use the bilge pump. Oops. Pump some of this out of here. Okay, here it is in all of its glory. Right there. Let's just say this speeded up clip is the culmination of about 45 minutes to an hour's worth of struggling. And I mean struggling. I didn't even record all of it. I mean, it was impossible to lift. It was like I said, like taking 3/4 of the thing filled with mud out of there. The hole was too small to fit my hand in. You really need to add some water to it and dump it out all over the floor and add more water. And if you're trying to do it neatly, good luck. It's very, very difficult. And it's a huge mess. Holy crap, man, that sucked. Anyway, wow. All right, it's empty and it's clean, and I'm tired, but that's where it is. So I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna bring this inside now. This tape is pretty good. It's metal stuff. Okay. Nothing's gonna get in there now. Let's get the funnel and have some funnel. I got first bag of resin. I'm gonna start filling it. See if I can get it opened easily. There goes nothing. All right, that's good. Okay. See if I can put this on, twist it around. I might have to put more water in it. See if I can, nope, I got it. All right, it's all the way, that's tight now. Let's put this back in here. I'm gonna put some more of this grease. And the gaskets in the back. There we go. I don't want to go too tight. Okay, neither too loose and too tight. Okay, let's do that. Let's tighten this up. go to rinse. Yeah, it's rinsing. It's rinsing up there. All right. So hopefully in about an hour we have good water.